to success and wealth? Well, pack your virtual bags, because it's 1 p.m. Eastern and it's time for the Traveling Investor Radio Show, sponsored by Cornerstone Investment Partners and RE/MAX Commercial Realty Partners. Fasten your seatbelts and get ready to get wealthy. And now, here's your host and travel guide, the real estate guru, Nitsan Mosery.
What's happening, travelers? Nitsan Mosery here, the Traveling Investor. Welcome to another great show, another week of the Traveling Investor Show, and I got my man Tom. Badass, awesome advice, my man over here, right? He gives the best advice, right? So what's happening, man? So why don't you talk a little bit? I think we need to adjust the screen here, the camera, just down a little bit. Do that. All right, so what's happening, travelers? Nitsan Mosery, the Traveling Investor. We got Tom Zanes here, and we got another week. I want to start the show off by saying thank you to all of the people that lost their lives, right? All the servicemen, all the firefighters, and the police and everybody on 9/11 18 years ago that went to work in the morning, caught an airplane that day, kissed their loved ones goodbye, their wives, their daughters, their sons, their mothers, their brothers and sisters, and they never came home. Their lives were tragically ended 18 years ago. God knows why. And there's a lot of conspiracy theories, there's a lot of stories, there's a lot of evidence that proves one direction, but we don't want to get into that right now. Mm-hmm. What I want to do is I just want to... We could at another show, absolutely. There's a lot of footage, and we can get some footage, up and uploaded on the TV over here for you guys. But we're gonna sit here on the couch today, and we're gonna talk about, I like to use the phrase, we're in search of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right?
Yeah.
Life and liberty, right? What does liberty mean? What does liberty mean to you, man?
Liberty means freedom.
What does freedom mean?
Free to do kind of like what our country is supposed to be like, right? Free to be able to say, do. Sorry, said that. Very passionate about this.
Right.
Freedom is just free to be you, free to have the right to make your life as happy as you want to make, right to earn a living. Obviously, within means, you don't want to, there's laws, right? So what I like to do is be free as possible, and that's also money-wise, too, not to be dependent on anybody, to be able to say, take a hike to anybody, right?
I'm taking a day off today, and I don't have to worry about boss or anybody like that, right?
Nothing.
Right?
Do whatever you want, as long as it doesn't infringe on anybody else's boundaries, rights, to happiness and all that.
Sure. Yeah, man. A lot of people take liberty for granted, right? They think, it's funny, especially with what's going on with people not wanting to, or let's say, people not supporting the president, people thinking that he's against, the American way and so forth. But yet you've got politicians who are actually out there trying to destroy our way of life. It was so bad for them in their country that they came here to be free.
Yeah.
But then they fight to bring in those same laws into this country that was in their home, that they left and that they fled.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that, I know my parents right there, they were immigrants. They came here a long time ago. They did it the right way. My wife is an immigrant. She did it the right way. She applied. She went through the whole process, did everything correctly. And we don't take that for granted.
Yeah.
We appreciate being able, as you said, being able to say what we want, think what we want, do what we want. And this is one of the greatest countries in the world where you can go out tomorrow. If you decide, whoever you are out there watching us right now, you can go out tomorrow and decide, I'm changing my life and I want to start a company, I want to start a business, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to do whatever the hell I want to do. And nobody will tell you anything. The only limitations are the ones that we put in between these two temples, right? Those are the only limitations that we have, right?
Yeah, those are the only ones that I want, because at least I can deal with.
Right.
Yeah.
I can fix those limitations.
Yeah.
You know, so going back to 9/11, I know Tom is feels the same way. We want to say thank you. We want to take this time to show our appreciation, show our love, and remember. Right, it's important to remember. Right, my mother is a Holocaust survivor, and one of the things that we always say is never forget.
Yeah.
Never ever forget. You can forgive as much as you want, and forgiveness is golden, right? It's for us that we forgive, but you can never forget, because as soon as you forget, you're on the same road as you were back when it happened.
Sure.
So we can never forget these people. We can never forget what they did. We can never forget what happened. We also have to find out the truth behind it.
True.
Right? So we don't just go after the people that we right.
Yeah.
So all of you that served, all of you that are serving right now, all of you that have lost your lives, families that have lost people and are still losing people today, 20 years later after the incident, it's crazy. So we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts to everyone out there. And another thing, I work out 5 days a week. I go to CrossFit. It probably doesn't show, right? I work out so I can be a little bit overweight.
It's good.
That's what I say, right? I work out so I can be a little bit overweight.
Right. Yeah.
But today was it's called the Hero WOD. WOD is the workout of the day. So it was based on a hero that passed away, that did something for the country, a soldier or a service person, not. So the workout was crazy today. It was 30 clean and jerks. You pick up the bar and you hit your head. 30 of those.
Right.
Run a mile, come back, 10 rope climbs, run another mile, and do 100 burpees. You had an hour to do it. Or unlimited. They gave you like an hour, but they said unlimited.
Okay.
I did 50 minutes.
Nice.
Busted my ass. Whew. But you know what? And what was awesome is that you're sitting there, or I'm sitting there. I can't talk for anybody else. I can only talk for me. I'm doing the workout, and my lungs are, and my breath, I feel like puking. I'm like, you know what? This is crazy. I'm doing. But then you just remember. You just remember. You remember what happened. All the people that gave up their lives. Remember what we're fighting for. Freedom. This country is about freedom. Is about being able to live your life without any shit coming on to you, right? Without any worries, without worries, war, famine, or hunger, any of that stuff, right? Yeah. And that just kept me busting hump and moving forward. My goal next year is to bring time down and the weights and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it was amazing. Let's see what we got here. Some people complain about the USA, and yet I know so many people that love it. That's the beauty of this country, right?
Yeah.
That's the beauty, is that people can say what they want. They can complain.
Yeah.
When I was living in Israel, there was a big immigration of Russian Jews that were coming from Russia over. And there was a very comical commercial. It shows this old Russian Jew coming off the plane, Israel, and he's like, oh my God, I'm so free, I'm free. So the newscaster comes up to the new immigrant and she says, so how was it? How's the food in the Soviet Union? Can't complain. How's the weather in the Soviet Union? Can't complain. How's the government in the Soviet Union? Can't complain. Well, if you can't complain, why are you here? Because here you can complain, right? That's the way it is, right?
That's the way it is.
That's the way it is. I know your parents came over from another country, right?
Parents were here.
But your
parents all came from Greece.
All came from Greece. They saw that life.
Absolutely.
They wanted that freedom.
They worked their ass.
Absolutely, they worked their asses off. My father worked his ass off as well to build something so that his children can take it and expand on it and build for our kids and really live the American dream. The American dream is not get a job, work till you're 65, get that gold watch, and then die at 67. It's not the American dream. I don't think that's what our forefathers. I don't think that's what all those guys that signed the Declaration of Independence, that fought in the Civil War, that died in the Civil War. I don't think that was their definition of the American dream. What do you think?
Probably not.
Probably not. What do you think?
Dream was just live, free.
To live.
We're under tyrant,
right?
Under someone's thumb. Whether it be like, your parents bossing you around as telling you to do stuff, or your teachers do this, like where you go, you get bossed around. Sometimes
had enough, right? And we were being taxed for no reason, right? Leave me alone, and now we're being taxed out of our ass.
Yeah.
So you know what? The beauty of this country is that you can do with it, you can become whatever it is you want. Depends how hungry you are. That's all that matters, right? What's the difference between Tony Robbins and everybody else? Is hunger, right? What's the difference between Elon Musk and anybody else? Is hunger, right? It all depends on how hungry.
How that also thoughts.
The what?
Their thoughts.
Absolutely.
What they think.
What they think, right?
Take Tony Robbins, a hungry Tony Robbins, and a super hungry other guy that's not thinking the right way, and he's talking to himself negatively, and he's not visualizing success. Not going to end up in the same place, even though this guy's hungry. Right?
That's right. Right.
Yeah.
You're talking about visualization. This past week, September 23rd, we're closing on a 108-unit property. We're raising $3.5 million for the equity. We're out there talking and raising capital. And yet, every single day when I wake up and before I go to bed, I visualize. I visualize the closing. I visualize the money coming to the account. I visualize myself owning the property. Flying out there on September 23rd, getting the keys, doing all that. You got to visualize it. And it's funny. I talked to my business partner, Laura, and she's like, oh my God, I did that also. You want to partner with people. Right. You don't have to tell them to do that. You're both doing it. You're visualizing. You're both manifesting, taking care of all that stuff. It's super important.
Super important. I always picture closing deals. I always picture like shaking hands with people, even though I'm never in closing. I never actually shake hands with them. It's still the same
energy
concept, because I've been closing. I've been at once. We're all virtual. Thank you. You feel that, you think that, and you start to radiate that frequency, and you manifest more closings.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See what we got here, Kimberly. We live in a country where freedom of speech is so beautiful. Isn't it, though? It's a beautiful thing. Let's talk about freedom of speech for a second. Now, there was, many, many years ago in the 70s and so forth, there was a community in Skokie, Illinois.
Okay.
Skokie, Illinois. In the boonies in Skokie, Illinois. Nobody's ever heard. If you're not a Jew, you probably never heard of it.
Okay.
The reason why it's so important is because there was a huge Holocaust survivor community in Skokie, Illinois. All the people that were living there were Holocaust survivors. All of them. Huge community living in Skokie, in this one neighborhood in Skokie, Illinois. And at one point, the neo-Nazis decided that they were going to march, flag waving, salute the whole thing, the uniform, everything, down the middle of Skokie, Illinois, right by the houses of the Holocaust survivors.
Wow.
And, a lot of people were like, this is, horrible. We can't have this. This shouldn't be. How can we stop this? Yes, it's horrible that these people would actually do something like that, right? It's scum.
Yeah.
That's all you can say is this is scum people that are scum do something like that. However, because of freedom of speech, must allow them to do that.
Yeah.
Because the day that I want to protest, the day that I want to go out and wave my flag, I need to have that same right.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Even if we don't like it.
Right.
We got to be able to say, hey.
It goes both ways.
It goes both ways. We take it to the left. I used to take donations for the hurricane relief. Yes, we are. If you go to my, I'll find it in the commercial and post it. And, we'll let you know. But yes, we are absolutely taking donations for hurricane relief. Thank you for bringing that up. There's still a lot of people devastated in the Bahamas, and they need all our help. There's also, if you go on the Celebration Cruise Line website, I believe can donate to them as well. They need about $1 million to help keep the ships going back and forth. The celebration. They're taking volunteers. They're taking supplies and taking all this stuff down to the Bahamas, unloading it, taking scraps and whatever, bringing it back, and they're doing that. So they need a lot of help as well. So if you can do that, that'd be awesome. Thank you. Hannah says the story is so sad. Yes, the hurricane story is sad. It's a time when we in the community. This guy came down to my Rotary Club and brought canned food and supplies, and we put it in a truck and we sent it to the Bahamas as well. So any little bit helps, right? Yeah. Any little bit helps. So what's going on with you this week?
Week still working on those that are before. Those are. This is actually a good lesson. These deals I've been on for a while. They're dragging me down vibrationally. So important. And I'm doing less attention, focusing on all the things that are going. And I'm just kind of saying, it's in God's hands. I've done everything I can do there. Almost trying to forget about it, not complaining about it. I'm telling you about this only because there's less. In life, people focus on, typically do is they have a lot of things going well. They focus on the one thing that's not going well. And by doing that, actually drag the good things down to that level.
Right.
The beautiful thing is it works opposite. Right. So you could have all these things going wrong in your life. Everything's falling. You have one good thing, and everybody's got one good thing. Everyone can find something, whether it's a roof over your head, shoes on your feet. Some people don't have shoes.
You're breathing.
Food.
You're breathing. You're on this side of the ground, not the other side of the ground, right? That's a big one.
Never in my life, I don't think I've ever gone to bed hungry. Every day of my life, I've had multiple. It's not to be great.
That's huge.
And it's the stuff we think about. We take that. That's the stuff that's the most important.
Right.
Some people only get one meal or two, or maybe they don't. They go to bed hungry. So anything, find that one thing that's going well, focus on that, and then all the other stuff comes up to meet it. All that bad stuff starts to work itself out. All these miracle, good breaks to get, and then that's just the way it works.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're race car driving, I did a course around a couple of things, with an instructor. We were learning, and they teach you, right? Race car drivers, right? When sometimes they spin out, they try to gain control of the car, right? So they tell you, whatever you're looking at that time, wherever your head is, that's where your car is going to go.
Okay.
So if you're heading towards the wall, and that's where you're looking, that's where all your energy and skill is taking you to. Suddenly you just turn your head and you focus back onto the track. Suddenly everything, your head, your body, everything will start turning. It's the same with the helicopter.
The right place.
Right. Same with the helicopter. Helicopters are very slight maneuver, right?
Okay.
You can't really move. You have to think about it.
Okay.
So if you're focusing, I want to go up, guess what happens? Your hand automatically just slowly starts to go up and the helicopter takes.
Okay.
Right? It's all about what you focus on. Right. Exactly.
With the lightsaber.
Exactly.
Right.
So it's all it's all about focus.
Yeah.
Right? What you focus. I know also from my relationship with my wife, my relationship with my kids, friends. If I'm focusing on the crap that's going on, the arguments that we're having, listening to me, she said this to me, I'm just gonna see all of it.
That's all
It's all
more of it.
Yeah. You're gonna live it. You're gonna fester it. You're gonna smell of it. You're gonna think from it, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna ooze out of you.
Right? And then into everybody else you trust.
That's right. Yeah. And then people stay away from it. Right? The positive.
Oh. Good. You can tell.
Mm-hmm.
You can walk into a back and they don't even know it, right? And you walk in there kind of like with a little jump in your step with a smiling eyes, It's actually a good place to meet women.
There you go.
Go into that right vibe.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's looking at you.
Right.
Right to you. It's amazing how that works.
You know, we were talking about it last week, I think, right? About networking and going the right vibe and the right attitude when you're networking, right? And many times I would go to a networking event and I wouldn't be there. My vibe wouldn't be there, and I would try to walk out because I knew that if I'm not in the right place, there's no point.
Right.
You know, so before you go into that room, before you go into that meeting, jack yourself up, you get your energy going, you get into that state, right?
Prime yourself. Yeah.
Right? You do whatever you need to do.
Again?
You know, I do one of these, I go, I'm unstoppable. You know, I'm unstoppable.
Like
I'll bring it, right?
Yeah,
I get myself jacked up, right? Awesome. Hey, you know, bring it. Like
this?
Yeah. And I tell the youth, right? I'm grateful for the ability to be able to negotiate so that we have a win situation.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Or I'm grateful for being here. I'm grateful for people that I'm going to meet. Mm-hmm. You know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, that
ahead of time.
Absolutely. Always ahead of time.
That's another thing, you know, it's a good point because of gratitude. Right? People always think about the things they're grateful for. But the key, this next level pro tip, is to start being grateful for having that are doing that.
Right.
That's huge.
That is huge.
The secret.
It's huge. Yeah. And also, you know, I look now when people cut me off for people or stuff, right? You know, you're like, come on, how you doing? Yeah. You know, thank you for pulling into that spot. Thank you for taking my spot in the parking lot because I have to drive a little bit further down. It's going to make me walk a little bit, so that makes me a little healthier. So thank you for that.
I like that. Spin it. You put a positive twist to it. Find the positive.
And then you're grateful for it. Let's see what we got. Hannah, luckily I've gone to bed hungry. Luckily you've gone to bed hungry many times. So that's, you are in charge of your own action. Commercial fees. Okay. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to take a quick commercial. And when we come back, we're gonna continue this conversation. So stay tuned. We're going to listen to our sponsors. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Traveling Investor on W4CY Radio. Please take a moment to listen to the sponsors who have a secret message just for you. Don't leave. The best is yet to come. The Traveling Investor will be right back.
I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich.
Behind everything you're searching for is something you're actually looking for. When you search with the real Yellow Pages, you get more than a contractor. You get a whole new curb appeal. It's not just getting directions to a dry cleaner with YP.com. It's rescuing an old favorite from the back of the closet. And it's more than finding a locksmith with YP.com on your mobile. It's getting to sleep in your own bed. Whatever it might be, there are more ways to search and more ways to find exactly what you're looking for with the real Yellow Pages, YP.com, and YP.com on your mobile, only from AT&T.
Hey, this is Rebel Medler. Join me for In Your Face on W4CY.com, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it.
How healthy is your pet? Does your pet suffer from ear infections, allergies, diabetes, cancer? Does your pet have a sensitive stomach? Well, we have the solution. Who are we? Fiesta Pet Deli. South Florida's original and only fresh food deli for pets. Our exclusive real food diets bring back the puppy and kitten in your pet. Have a healthier pet, less shedding, less scratching and itching, and eliminate allergies. We carry a full assortment of healthy, holistic, frozen, canned, and dry foods. Try out South Florida's largest selection of natural supplements. We also have a large selection of natural treats, chews, and natural grooming products. It's only natural to stop by Fiesta Pet Deli for all your natural products to keep your pet healthier and happier. Stop by Fiesta Pet Deli at the Festival Marketplace, located at Sample Road and the Turnpike in Pompano. Or call us at 954-971-2500. That's 954-971-2500. Don't forget, Ask for your $10 off coupon, good for any purchase over $50. Fiesta Pet Deli.
You are now tuned into W4CY Radio, entertainment at your fingertips.
Hey, travelers, welcome back. Nitzan Mosery, the traveling investor, and I got Tom. Gives damn good advice, Zane.
Haha.
Right here, man. Right
That's
here. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for being here again,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Appreciate
Thanks for
it.
having me. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, before the commercial, we were talking about gratitude. We were talking all about that stuff. And, people think it's, this voodoo, foo-foo kind of stuff, but it's funny because they were doing a study on basketball players,
I know this one.
right?
Yep.
Visualizing the throw, visualizing them getting it in, compared to those that didn't visualize and then they went to play.
Yeah.
And those that visualized the actual ball going in, how they were shooting, the whole form and everything, were more successful
Yeah.
than the ones that weren't visualizing.
Right. So there was actually two groups. There was the groups that visualized and shot. Those ones improved the most. But then there was a group that didn't even practice foul shots at all. All they did was visualize.
Right.
And they actually got better at foul shooting than the group that practiced and didn't visualize.
Right? Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
It's amazing what the
Doesn't
mind
surprise
can
me.
do, man. The mind, right? It's huge, right?
Yeah.
And it's so important. If you want to be a billionaire, if you want to be a millionaire, you got to do what these people do. You can't sit there and call it bullshit because it's not.
Yeah.
Right? There are certain laws that the universe works with.
Yeah.
Right?
Why is it that the richest people in the world practice these things? How does that make sense then that it doesn't work?
And it doesn't work.
And the people that don't altogether are the ones struggling the most.
Right?
So it's like,
and that leads me to another point.
I don't need scientific
right.
for anything.
Right. Be careful who you take advice from. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody, advice and opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. But you got to be careful who you listen to.
Yeah.
Right? Whose advice are you taking?
Yeah.
Are you taking somebody's advice that's broke, that's negative, that's down on their luck, that doesn't see the light at the end of the tunnel?
Right.
Or are you taking the advice of someone who is successful, who's been there, who's done that, who wants to help you, who's in the right mindset?
Absolutely.
Right?
Night and day.
Night and day.
I don't want to hear. I don't even want to hear what the other guys say.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Or actually, if I do hear it, then I do the opposite.
Mm-hmm. Right. So during the week, I was, Tom and I, we were talking, and last week we were really talking about the mastermind. And by the way, I'm going to plug it now. The mastermind is happening November 2nd here in Boca. So get your tickets, get your flights ready, and all that. We're going to have Tom. We're going to have health coaches, life coaches, sales coaches. We're going to have attorneys, CPAs. The head of the Economic Development Committee is coming to give a talk on how to engage the Economic Development Committee, what they do for your community, and so forth. It's going to be amazing. It's $97, and my guarantee is, what's my guarantee? If you don't walk away with one idea that can help you with your business, personal life, spiritual life, finances, and you can see it on the screen right now, if you don't get one idea, I will gladly refund you your $97. So you have no risk, because if you do walk out with an idea, it'll take your business to the next level.
You got an idea.
Yeah. And it's up to you to work that idea.
Yep.
Right? But if you don't lose anything. You got a weekend in Boca, go down to Miami, go to the beach, hang out. It's beautiful. You get out, if you're coming from the north or from the west or whatnot, it's cold, it's winter. You come to Boca, it's a beautiful place in the winter. It's $97. Go to ttimastermind.eventbrite.com and reserve your spot now, because we can only have 20 people for one day. If we get more than 20 people, I'll open it up for 2 days. But right now, I wanted for one day, $97, and I was invited to join a mastermind that was $15,000.
Sure.
And I didn't, in the past, I didn't really get much out of that mastermind. So my goal is to make sure that people are blown away by this mastermind that we're going to have.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to have people like Tom here who gives awesome advice, who can work with you. We can see things from different angles, different perspectives, and we can take your challenges and obstacles and come up with creative ideas. Let's see if we got some people talking to us over here. So, Jack, how do you feel about the Ponzi scheme?
In general?
In general, it sucks. What do you think about it? Let us know what you think about it. Give us a little type. But before we go into that, the reason why I brought up the mastermind is because Tom and I were talking last week, and we said, you know what? Why don't we do a little mastermind live here now on the show? We've got about 20 minutes left. If there's someone out there right now that's listening, and you've got an obstacle or a challenge, either in your business life, your personal life, financial life, family, love, whatever it is, and you want us to start masterminding with you right now and work on this and work on your challenges to come up with some creative solutions, hit us up on YouTube, Talk4TV, right? Go to W4CY.com, plug in your questions over there, and let's get rocking and rolling. Let's start working to solve your challenges, and you can see what mastermind looks like. So what do we got here?
This must be a buddy of yours.
Jack, I think there is money to be made if you got the right people. You see, the word, look at the question you asked before, Jack. How do you feel about the Ponzi scheme? That right there should tell you, it may not be kosher.
Do you know Jack?
I don't know which Jack this
Sounds
is.
like a buddy of yours.
It could be.
Yeah.
Who knows? But where do you see money being made in with the right people in a Ponzi scheme? Are you talking about
He's talking about how to sucker the people.
How to sucker people, like grandma, grandpa, taking their last couple of dollars and whatnot. You know what? As much as
There's too many easy ways to make money.
Too many.
Right? So taking these other tactics like a Ponzi scheme, robbing a bank, you're going to really F up your karma, and it's going to get you big times at some point.
Absolutely.
So why even do that?
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Not worth it, man.
Yeah.
In the Rotary Club, right? Rotary International, I belong to the Boca, Rotary Club. And before every meeting on Friday, it starts, we do the 4-way test, right? And in the Bhagavad Gita, it also says, always speak the truth. But then when you speak the truth, you got to ask yourself, is it really the truth?
Okay.
Will it help someone? Will it be beneficial if I share the truth? These questions. So even in Rotary, we have this 4-way test. The first one, is it the truth? Of all the things we say and do, will it build goodwill and better friendships? Is it beneficial to all concerned? Right? And is it fair to all concerned? Right? Because you can do something, but is it fair to everyone? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Right?
Mm-hmm.
So these questions should always be in the back of your mind when you want to do something, when you want to say something, right?
Yep.
I can tell, I can tell Tom, that shirt looks ridiculous on you. It might be the truth. It might be the truth, but how will that truth be perceived? It's not, by the way. It's an awesome color. I love purple. We're sitting on a purple couch. But the point is, even if it's the truth, what will it do to you? Will it make you feel good? Will it hurt your feelings, right? So just because something is the truth,
right?
You got to watch the way you say it. You got to watch how you come out with it, right? All that kind of stuff. So, let's see what we got. We got Bryce. Who else is going to be speaking at the event? So at the mastermind, right now I've got the Economic Development Committee. I'm thinking of bringing an attorney to talk about digital assets. Okay? Because it's not enough that we have real estate assets, hard assets, liquid assets. Today, in this day and age, we have digital assets. I'm working on bringing somebody, can't promise that they're going to show up, but I'm working on it. Someone who is in cost segregation, who's in this guy, he's flying up monthly to meet with the president to talk about tax reform and stuff like that. So hopefully if he's not busy, I can drag him down maybe for an hour or so and they can talk. So there's going to be a lot of other people there. The idea of the mastermind is not to have a lot of speakers. The idea of the mastermind is for everyone to have time to speak and to share what their obstacles and challenges are, and then have time for the group to mastermind and to come up with ideas on how to solve it, right?
So that's good that you brought that up, because a lot of people might not understand it. So each person these 20 people
right.
is going to get a chance to stand up, talk about their challenges, their concerns, whatever, and then the whole panel is going to respond.
Everybody in the group.
Yeah.
So when you're not talking, when you're not offering up obstacles and challenges, you're going to be offering up ideas and suggestions to other people. Right. It's a community, right? It comes from the idea of, it takes a village to raise a kid.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody helping, everybody with another piece, another idea, somebody taking different parts. So, people may come up and, if you're in real estate, you may ask, how do I raise money? How do I build my network? How do I do this? How do I do that? And you'll have people in the panel that have raised millions of dollars in the audience and raised millions of dollars and just have different ideas. There'll be people there that raised money for maybe pharmaceuticals, not necessarily just real estate. So that mastermind, that's how it works, right? Hope that answers your question, Bryce. Avon is Ponzi-like. They made it. Okay, so Avon, I think, is multi-level marketing. It's not necessarily a Ponzi scheme, right? Multi-level marketing is like a real estate brokerage firm, for example, or any corporation that you see out there, right? Somebody starts a company, a corporation, then they talk to 3 or 4 or 5 people, share with them their idea of what's going on, get them enthusiastic. They tell them, hey, why don't each one of you go get 5 people like I did? And everybody earns off of the other person's efforts, right? Problem with multi-level marketing is that the people, after it gets really full and so forth, and there's Avon, there's Amway, there's what's the pink one?
There's tons of them.
There's tons of them.
Beachbody.
Right.
Everything's...
It doesn't, they work. They work. The thing is, you have to work the system. A lot of people think that, I'm going to get involved, I'll talk to 5 people, and then I'm a multimillionaire.
Right.
You know what? If that's the way you think, you should be broke, because that's not the way to think.
Yeah.
You got to go out there, you got to support these people, you got to do it. It's got to be a full-time effort.
Yeah.
Anything that you want to be successful in, you've got to give 100% of your time and your energy. All right?
Yeah.
So these Ponzi, these Avon, multi-level,
they work.
They work because, first of all, they have a great product. Right? The product is good. Their payout is also very good. Their pay plan is very good.
Yeah.
Support system. You got to have a great support system. So it's just like any other company, corporation.
Yeah.
You got the people sitting on top, the CEO, the owners, whatever. Then you got the high-level managers, mid-level managers, and you got all the employees and everybody down below and so forth. How many employees are there compared to the CEOs?
Yeah.
There's thousands of employees and maybe 1 or 2 guys on top.
Yeah.
Right? And the 2 people on top are always the ones that make the most money.
Yeah, it matters when you get in, too.
It matters when you get in.
You want to get in early.
Right.
Getting in late, I'd rather get in early on a new one, but then you don't know if it's proven. So then that's where the risk comes in.
That's where the risk comes in. Absolutely. Absolutely. So what makes it non-Ponzi is because it worked? Well, I think you're getting the term Ponzi confused with some other...
Yeah, it's different from multi-level marketing.
Right,
There's actual a product.
A Ponzi, I think, is when you're just saying, look, why don't you give me $500?
Right.
Go get 3 other people to give you $500,
right.
And now you just make $1,500, and I'll show you how to do that. There's no change of product or anything.
So Ponzi's run out when it ends, it ends, right?
Yeah.
When the money stops, then the whole thing folds, right? But if you're doing an MLM, the money only stops if you stop.
Right.
So if some other guy stops, if somebody else in your group stops, that doesn't mean your whole business falls apart.
That's right.
That's the difference.
That's right.
Yeah.
You got this company called Juice Plus. Great product.
Okay.
Right? My kids take the Juice Plus. I drink their protein shakes. They have these little chewables, like gummies that are made from raw fruits. They dehydrate them. They make them into little gummies for kids. And it's not with like bone gelatin and crap like that. It's actually high quality, high level organic stuff.
Okay.
I take it. My kids take it. So And then my mother came. She's like, "Oh, I want a bag of it." My mother's 83 years old. I said, "Here, take a bag." She goes, "Oh, well, how can I get more?"
Yeah.
Well, just order it for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Now she's a client, right? I didn't go out and solicit her. I didn't do that because I'm not looking to grow my Juice Plus business. But
Right.
that's how that business works,
Ah.
right? That's how it grows.
Yeah.
Got a great product. People take the product, skin, hair, whatever it is, inside, outside the body. The product is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back. There's no
Come
reason
back.
why. But
Yeah.
if the product sucks,
Yeah.
there's one great company called Amway,
Okay.
the American Way.
Yeah.
They started out, and God knows when, they're the hugest company.
They're still going.
They're still going.
Yeah.
They sell houses. They sell refrigerators.
Really?
Whatever you need, drop ship to your door.
Really?
All you got to do is find an
I've
Amway.
never used their product. Is it good? Have you ever?
I mean, they've got good products. They've got all that
somebody's
good
using
stuff.
the product.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right. Absolutely. So, there are a lot of shiny pennies out there that you can start grabbing at.
Yeah.
Right. And what I see a lot of people doing is they're not focusing enough on the one penny that they went for. Oh, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and they start doing 4 or 5 different things.
Yeah.
4 or 5 different MLMs, 4 or 5 Ponzi's. They want to flip houses, buy multifamilies, do notes,
Right.
non-perform, and they're all over the place, right? They're doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
One of my mentors taught me, find something that you like. Move away all the distractions, all those other shiny pennies, get rid of them,
Yeah.
and dial deep into that one thing,
Yeah.
and just become the expert in that,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And as quickly as you got in, you'll figure it out if it's for you or not, and that's how quickly you can get out. But
Yeah.
but don't jump around, don't hop around
Yeah.
from thing to thing, right? You got to
Jack
focus.
of all trades, master of none.
You got to focus, man. You got to focus on one thing. Not all products are good. You're absolutely right. You go to a store today that's not MLM. You're going to Walmart. Not all the products on the shelf are the same.
Yeah.
You've got high quality, mid quality, and then you got the crappy shit around,
Yeah.
right? And it's funny. I was meeting with yesterday. I was meeting with engineers, and we're talking. Engineers from Israel, and we're talking about doing different batteries. Storing energy and how to get the energy out quicker so that, let's say like a electric car, instead of it taking 8 hours to charge, it could take 20 minutes to charge because the electricity is being pushed out faster.
Okay.
Right? So all this technology, and we were sitting and we were talking, and they were saying, if you want a product to be put together or little individual pieces, you can get it from India. But they're not good at actually putting the whole product together. So the little tiny pieces you get, and then you ship them over to the U.S., and then you can put them here. China, for example, not quality. You're not going to get quality products in China, but you can get quantity. So if you're looking for a product that's not the best quality, but you want a lot of it, that's where you would go. So it depends on your business plan. It depends on who you're marketing to, who your clients are, what your goal is. You can either get the best product or the crappiest product, like with us, with commercial real estate.
Mm-hmm.
You can go out and you can buy the worst property in the worst neighborhood.
Yeah.
You can make money if you buy it right,
Right.
but is that what you want to deal with? If you want to deal walking to the tenants with a gun in your hand, right, hoping that you're not going to get shot or stabbed when the tenant opens the door and sees the landlord standing there, right? Or do you want to own an apartment complex where it's a pleasure to own? It's in a
Yeah.
great location.
Right.
You got great residents. They pay on time. They take care of their property, of their unit, right? What kind of product do you want to deal with?
Absolutely.
And what kind of product do you want to be? Because we are products as well.
Yeah.
Do I want to be a high-end, high net worth Ferrari? Or do I want to be, a 2-bit whatever,
Yeah.
Hyundai or, whatever car,
Yeah.
what do you want to be? Who do you want to be?
Yeah.
Right? What kind of product do you want
Right.
to give out? Right? What else we got here?
Absolutely.
So what does the time actually matter when you get in? He's talking about multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
What time when you get in?
Well, the higher you're up, the more people are below you.
Right. So let's say, right, so it's all a pyramid, right? There's few people on top and there's more people on the bottom. So where would you want to be? Do you want to be in the beginning stage of that company where you're the top 5 people and then everybody else is underneath you and you're getting paid? Or do you want to be the last person entering that company and struggle to get more people in?
Getting more people in because all these people are already in.
That's right.
You know, that doesn't mean you're down here and you can't make it happen. You can still do that.
You can still make it happen.
But say you got started 3 years earlier and you're up here,
right,
underneath the CEOs, you know, and you're worth, you know, multi-millions of dollars.
Sure.
You know?
And not only that, but if you come in early in the company can give you territories. You can say, listen, you know, we're the first 5 people in. I want South Florida, and I'm gonna own South Florida. Imagine that, right? And anybody that ever gets in South Florida is underneath you, and you're making money off of people you never even met.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's the way it works. That's the way it works.
There's some good ones out there. A lot of these girls are doing like doTERRA with the oils. Killing it.
Yeah, man.
Making
Absolutely.
tons of money, having fun, you know, playing around with essential oils and curing problems, and it's not work, it's fun.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And you get to put on these, you know, events at your house or people's houses. Come, a little wine, a little cheese, talk about the product, try this out, try that out. Hey, wow, this is great. Let me. And you know what? It's funny because I used to work for an MLM.
Okay.
I used to be involved in a company called Equinox International.
I know that.
Back in the early 90s, and this guy had the fastest privately held growing company in the country. He went from $10 million the first year in sales to $500 million in the 4th year of sales. The guy was unbelievable, and the products phenomenal. The way it would be is like, so Tom, what are you interested in? Toothpaste, some shampoo, stuff like that.
Yeah,
dude, here, try it. For free. Take it. Try it. Let me know what you like.
All right.
And that was it. Here, you know what? I'm going to come to your house. I'm going to put on the shower filter. I'm going to put on the countertop filter. You tell me how your skin feels after you take a shower in there.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. That was all my sales process. Here, just try the product. That's why you want a company that has great product, so you don't have to sell. You just let people try the product. And dude, it was amazing. The products were fantastic. Why? Because he was a marketing company. He was a marketing guy.
Okay.
So he went out to all the different companies that made the products and said, okay, you're going to be exclusive to me. And they would just make the products just for him.
Okay.
So it was awesome. So imagine this. Imagine you've got 1,000 people in your downline, and the beginning of this month, a new product comes out. So first of all of the members in the MLM are using the products because they're awesome, right? And we're using it.
Yeah.
And now a new product comes out, so your entire downline just bought the new product.
Yeah.
Boom! You just made an awesome check.
Right. Yeah.
Great concept.
Is that
great
that company still around?
No, the government.
Well, there you go. What about that?
The government closed him down because he was growing so fast.
Wow.
Privately held.
Really?
There was no board of directors. There was no stocks. There was no shares. It was just him and the first 5 people that he got into it. They were the owners of the company, and that was it. So the government came in and just took him out.
Wow.
Yeah, check it out. Equinox International.
Wow.
Yeah. So lots of people think they are all that, but really they talk a lot of crap and blow smoke. How can you work? Oh, wait. We got some more. Samantha, how can you work the system? Or you say you don't work the system? There are a lot of systems out there.
Yeah.
And we work them. But guys, listen, we got a minute left. We got a minute left to this show, and time flies when we're having.
Here, let me answer this one.
Go ahead, quickly. We got a minute.
Man, a lot of people do talk a lot of crap and blow smoke, man.
That's right.
It's good to be able to identify that, and also be careful of misidentifying that as well.
Right. You got to know who the people are that blowing smoke, man.
Yeah.
You know, one rule that I live by is that how can you tell that people are bullshitting? Their lips are moving, right? I'm from New York City originally, right? I trust but verify. That's the way I work, you know? People do that. I have run into people who think they grace the presence of others as if people should be happy they get their time. What do you think of those people's types?
I like those types of people.
Yeah?
I like those types of people because they're typically right. You know,
The ones that have, you know,
the ones that know it, like deep down inside,
but aren't cocky.
right?
Right. The
They're
ones
not
that are
arrogant
cocky,
about
right,
it. They
right.
know it. They just
Right.
know it.
Right.
You know?
Right. The ones
I
that
love those types of people.
absolutely the
You know?
confident.
You're one of those types.
And
of
you're
guys.
awesome, man. Thank you,
know.
thank you.
Thank
you
you.
know that
Yeah.
the confident people that are
Yeah.
confident inside but not cocky,
Yeah.
right? Not the ones that are tooting their own horns.
Love those people.
So, guys, it's been an awesome show,
Yeah.
dude. It's
All right,
been
brother.
another awesome
My man.
week, man. Awesome show. Travelers, I'm going to leave you with this little blessing. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sunshine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. Until the next time, this is Nitzan Mosry, your traveling investor, with Tom Zanes giving great advice. We're going to see you next week somewhere on Spaceship Earth. Peace out. Have fun, guys. Take care.
Wow, what a great show! Are you excited to learn the untold secrets of how to get wealthy? Then tune in next Thursday and every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern right here on W4CY Radio. You too can learn how to become a traveling investor. If you missed any part of this episode or want to hear it again, go to the Traveling Investor Podcast on iHeartRadio. You can listen to all past episodes on demand 24/7. Next week's episode will take us somewhere new and exciting, so don't miss it. Thank you for listening.